Hello and welcome back to Nails by Sora. So today we are deep diving into autumn colors. I have all of these amazing colors that I got recently and they are all on display on my left hand. Now, I don't think I've ever said this before, so I want to make it abundantly clear in this video. I am not a professional nail technician. I have no training, I have no degree. I do not do anyone's nails but my own. This is completely 100% just my enjoyment. As an artist, I've always been involved in the arts in one way or another, so this is the latest extension of that. And I enjoy it a lot, and I figured if I'm going to be doing my nails, I might as well record it and post it, what I learn online. So that is what I'm doing. And these are the colors I've received. I had this idea that I wanted to kind of do an abstract design on each finger, bringing in alternating colors. I've got 3 different brands here: Vivid Glam Co, Soul Dips, and Miss Florida Nail. And then I also have Madam Glam Gold Gel Paint for a little bit of decoration at the end. Now, the reason I always do both my hands, I know a lot of online nail artists only do post one hand, is because invariably I'm going to make a mistake, or not necessarily a mistake, but find different ways, better ways of doing things through the process. And I'd rather show you the right way to do it than my mistakes or something that I don't wholly like. Like, for instance, the color's fading out a little bit towards the tip because I didn't build the color up enough. Also, I started off with the wrong 2 colors, so then they laid out wrong. There are 2 different colors on this nail, but it's hard to tell because they're very similar. So I've hopefully made whatever mistakes I'm going to make on my left hand so that I can correct it and show you the intended manicure on my right hand. I did cut my nails down. They haven't been this short in quite a while, and it's strange to me. But I'm going to be putting on full tips with my next manicure, that manicure will actually post before this one. So I didn't want to do another full set just to have to remove them and redo it. But I'm going to start off with, I'm going to be doing gel process just because it's easier with the technique that I'm doing. It gives me a little bit more time to work and not have to rush into dipping right away. So I'm going to just freehand the outline and bring it around in a semicircle. My nails are already prepped. I did a backfill, shaped, filed, did a primer, dehydrate and primer. I do still have product on my nail from my last manicure. That's not so much of a problem. These colors are really opaque, so they're not going to show through. And I'm just going to use a little bit of alcohol to widen the border here because I went a little bit farther in than I wanted to. So now I have gel on the area that I want, and I'm going to try to get as much glitter in the first pass as possible versus filler. Don't have to worry about it scattering over the other portion of the nail because there is no gel there, so it's not going to stick. After I cure the nail, I'm going to brush it off and do an immediate second dip before going into the second color. I do have my flash lamp, so I'm going to use that to flash cure it. One thing that, if you do this technique, one thing that you have to make sure that you do is really concentrate on getting the sidewalls, because it's a little bit more difficult when you're picking and choosing where you're putting the gel polish to actually get all areas. That's why I wound up with some bare parts on my left hand. But it's all in the name of fun. It's all in the game, playing around. I'm gonna use a soft brush since it's not fully cured right now, and I don't want to run the risk of pulling off product that I want to stay. I'm gonna give it a little shimmy and a shake so all the glitter rises to the top. I'm going to go in for my second pass with gel, and at this point it's going to be a lot easier to get it where I want it because I already have that pattern laid in. English is my friend some days. I think I'm running very low on all of my gel liquids. Now I'm going to lay my finger in. At this point, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds before I go in and lay in the second color. All right, dusting off again with the soft bristle brush. Now the color that I had intended to use, the way this is going is that the color from the prior nail is going in with the color of the next nail. So whereas the full nail is, what color is this? Is Entice. I've got Entice here, and then I've got the small semicircle of Entice here. So since it's going next nail, then the pinky has to come back around to the thumb, which is where I messed up. The original color that was supposed to be on the pinky was Java by Miss Florida Nails. So I'm going to make sure I do that this time, and I'm going to carefully paint into the area where I want it to go. Now it is still going to pick up some of the sparkles from the main color, so you want to make sure that you wipe off your brush in between on a lint-free wipe so that you're not dragging it back into the bottle of liquid. And let's see, that would be this liner, and I'm just going to pour over. I was going to say gently, but that didn't happen. You also don't have to worry about it getting into the other color since it's cured. I'm going to use a stiff bristled brush after it's cured to get all the excess off. I am laying it in a little thick, so I'm going to make sure that I look at the nail before I dip it, make sure that it levels out, and that I don't wind up with bulbous areas around the free edge or the cuticle. This is mica, or the dominant color in this dip is derived from mica, which is why it is so soft and tends to scatter a little bit more easily. It does not stain. It's just a little bit more. It's like shimmer eyeshadow that you put on. It's the same product that they use in frosted eyeshadows. And now I'm gonna go in for a full cure. All right, I'm gonna brush that off. And moving on to the next nail, I'm going to bring this color, Entice, into the semicircle. So we're going to reverse the order. I'm going to start with the outer edge and just draw the semicircle. Got an itch on my foot. I'm not pushing down, I'm just lightly tapping the surface of my nail into the dip powder so that I don't disturb the gel on the nail. I take my water marbling tool, or my precision tool as it's also called, and I'm going to tap that down, clean up the cuticle and then tap it down, and then I'm going to flash cure. If you do feel that you've bled onto the cuticle, you can take a little soft brush, a little bit of alcohol or acetone, and just wipe along the cuticle edge. I'm going to dip in again. Press it down. Clean the cuticle line. And then do a full cure. All right, on to the next cleaner color. Or I should say neater color. Every video, Jesus. All right. Now the hardest part is, if you do the outer semicircle first, is getting into this little corner. But it can be done. It just takes a little bit of care. I'm going to do another dip right in the center just to pick up some more color. And I'm just going to lay my finger in. I'm going to do a full cure. I am going to use a Korean brand. This is D-Gel, clear it says. It is a thick builder gel consistency and it's in a pump form. And I'm going to use this to lay down a base so that I can file and reshape the nail. I have somewhere my brush. I'm going to take a lint-free wipe and just make sure that there's no product on it from the dip powders. And I'm going to press down and get a good amount on it from my thumb. Okay, so I'm going to file and buff off camera. Truly all I want to do is slim down the free edge and make sure that the cuticle line is smooth. Make sure there's no rough spots along the free edge from the glitters and the foil. Then I'm going to base coat and top coat once more. And then I will come back to wrap up and clean up. So I'm back a little early. I forgot to, that I wanted to put the gold gel paint as an accent. On my thumb, I somehow managed to lose the curvature between the two colors. I lost the bottom part of it. So hopefully I will be able to get it back with the gold accent. But basically I'm just going to trace where the line should be. I have my base coat on, and then I'm going to be doing a gel top coat on top of this. And for the middle finger, what I'm going to do is some leaves. So I'm still going to trace the basic outline, but I'm going to diverge a little bit. And then try to put in the leaves. I'm going to cure for a full 60 seconds, and then I'm going to top coat. Strictly speaking, you do not need to top coat over this, but since I put it on before a top coat, I do need to top coat. You can do a base coat, finish with your top coat, and then do the gel paint on top. It doesn't have an inhibition layer. It does not dry tacky. It dries completely smooth. So you can definitely put it on as a last layer and then cure afterwards. All right, so this is future Stephanie cutting in to let you know what I really felt about this manicure. Overall, I like the design. I absolutely love the foil color, which I don't remember what it is at this point in time. And I love Entice, which is on both my thumbs, a sparkly brown. I also really like Java from Miss Florida Nails, but some of the colors, the lighter tones, the ones that are more yellow, I don't think work well with my skin tone, and after a while it was really getting on my nerves and I had to remove them. So overall, the style of the manicure I really like, and I may revisit it with other colors sometime in the future. But the length of my nails, like I said, some of the colors just didn't feel right after a while. I didn't like the way it looked. So ultimately, I did the manicure that I set out to do, and it came out well in terms of the style and just, you know, achieving the intended manicure. I just, going forward, I may have to use some of these colors, the ones that are more of a mustardy tone, as accents rather than all over color. But that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it inspired you to play around a bit with things that you're not usually comfortable with. Please give me a like and subscribe, and leave any comments and suggestions down below, and I will leave all the information for all the colors and the brands in the description box, and I will see you in the next video.